Hi everyone, so welcome back to our channel, and today we are finally getting down to our baby room tour. Reason being, firstly, a lot of people are asking us, but the reason why we didn't do it earlier was because we're still settling in with the baby. Our room, like the structure was changing up and everything was everywhere. So now that we are finally settled, more or less settled, so now we're going to share with you what we did with our study room that got converted into the baby room. So if you've not seen how our study room was previously like, go check out our other video. And if you have been coming to watch our videos, thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe and like our videos, and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you is our very aesthetic wall. So for these stickers, we got them all from Taobao. I mean, you all might have seen, Singapore selling all the very aesthetic stickers, people putting up wallpaper, but I decided to go the cheaper alternative and also not so permanent, because currently, we might put a wardrobe here eventually. So these stickers can be removable. They actually came in packets like this. So what we did was that we cut them out individually, a lot of hard work. Then we paste them to like agar the placement lah. So from there, then after that, then we pasted them on. So from far, you can't really see the outline, but there's actually like a transparent there's a transparent sticker that you can see. But then overall, we're very pleased with it. We got some friends to help us, some artistic friends to help us, so it's quite nice. And yeah, it's very cheap lah, so it's quite worth it. So apart from animals, they have other stickers like your square, your circle, your triangle, whatever not. So you can go check it out. So, and then over here we have this customized name tag, very extra. Okay, but Singapore, right, like this kind, to customize it is quite expensive. I think it's $30 or so. But this 13 Sing dollars. Woohoo! Okay, so yeah, this is our son's name, Elliot with double L, double T. So yeah, I think it actually makes quite a good gift also. So if you have friends, who are going to give birth or pregnant, and you want to give them a gift, this is quite nice. It's very pretty. So there are other like designs available, so you can go check it out in the link below as well. So let's move on to the other parts of the more practical, functional, and less aesthetic part of the room. Okay, so the main part of the area of this small tiny room is the baby cot. So this baby cot, we did a video on it. It's a grow up with you baby cot. So currently it's at its smallest configuration, and as baby Elliot grow, then we'll be expanding it. So to expand it, we had to dismantle and then put in the parts lah. So the other parts are under our storage bed currently, but this is how it looks. So we really love it because it's very compact. There's wheels also, so sometimes when we are out in the hall, then we'll wheel this out, put the baby there with us in the hall. So a few things about this cot. So apart from the cot, right, the bed sheets. So bed sheets are from Taobao, cheap, good. Yeah, cheap and good lah, huh? Okay, and then this. Okay, so this crib organizer, right, honestly, it's such a life changer. As a new mom, right, I was seeing a lot of people, they're getting the IKEA trays that can be rolled around, and getting the acrylic organizers for them to put their cotton wool and all that, right, which is wow, so pretty, so nice. So I was a bit hesitant getting this, because I was like, oh, if everyone is using the IKEA thing, that means it works, right? But I realized this works well for us at home. So the reason why is because where the crib goes, everything goes with it. So if let's say if we decide to feed Elliot outside or in the room, if we need to change the diaper, everything is at hand. It's very convenient. It might not be the most aesthetically pleasing, as you can see. It's a bunch of mess, organized mess and all, but everything is where it needs to be, and it's very convenient to like get it lah. So with that said, also is this changing table. So because our house is really small, right, as you all know, we were a bit hesitant to get a standalone changing table, because that would take up even more space. But with this, right, so the changing table is very useful. So we just pop it on top and then we change him. So just like the crib organizer, right, wherever the crib is, then the changing table can be there. So if you're in the hall, we are in the bedroom, we are in this room, the changing table is easily available. So it's supposed to fit generic sizes of crib, so you can change the thickness here and all. So you can just refer to the listing to see whether this will fit your crib. But at the end of the day, we really like it because Elliot has peed on this changing table quite a bit of times, and because of its material, so it's waterproof. it doesn't seep in, so it's easier to clean as well. We don't need to worry about it seeping in, getting soaked and all that. So yeah, I think overall this whole set with the organizer, the bed and the changing table is extremely functional. I think the only concern or the only downside we have about this is sometimes when it's only one of us and the baby's in the crib, right? So we'll put, like for me, I'll put the changing table on top and then I'll slide Elliot through this small gap. Whereas for Chris, because he finds it a bit more difficult, so Chris will have to put Elliot on the bed, put the changing table on top, and then put Elliot on top again. So it really depends on you lah, how you want to do it. So yes, this is what our crib for baby Elliot looks like. Okay, so the other corner of the baby room is the where all his clothes are. So this structure, right, is reused from Chris' previous, like his own room last time. So it's from IKEA. And currently what we use to store some of the items are these acrylic containers. So if you watch our previous video, one of our other video that I'll link above, we actually got these acrylic things which is super useful, because as most of y'all might know by now if you've been watching our videos, is that I really like all this see-through stuff because it's easier to know what's inside rather than it being like closed up, even though it can look a bit messy lah because you can see it, right? Okay, so what we do is that we use this to organize. So like these larger ones, we use it to organize his bibs, bird cloth and whatever not. Yeah, so these are the acrylic containers. We also have this U-shaped one over here. So we can't just play around with all the containers that we have. And then these are where all his clothes are. So we don't have any fancy label machine and all that because we don't think it's necessary. So we just use masking tape. Very budget, but it works. So everything is here. We won't be talking about like what we bought in terms of like the like swaddle, bird cloth, bibs and all that from Taobao for the baby. But if you're interested, you want to know, you want us to give a haul video of what we purchased, please let us know in the comments, because if there's demand then perhaps we'll do it lah. So some things that we bought are like this swaddle, the bib cloth, because newborn babies burp a lot and vomit a lot of milk out, sadly, and some other things. So yeah, this is currently the corner where we store all his clothes. Okay, so this is the other part of the baby room. They might be wondering why is there a bed here. So because Elliot doesn't sleep through the night, he still has his night feeds, we still have to change him and all. So currently what we do is that Chris and I do a night shift rotation. So we decided, the first night, right, we were very ambitious. So we pushed the crib into our room and we were thinking like, oh, when he cries we just feed him, when he needs to change we just change him. But then he was a bit more fussy than that, so we need to walk around, and we realized that rather than 2 people not getting enough sleep, might as well just sacrifice 1 person lah. So currently we have a bed here so that when he sleeps, the other person can faster sleep, and one of us will be sleeping in our regular room. So that's what our bed here is for. We have this kind of like a changing mat lah that we put on the bed, because sometimes, like I mentioned earlier, sometimes we have to put Elliot on the bed for a short moment before we put him on the changing table and all. So don't worry, he's usually not at the corner. This is just for illustration purposes. He usually don't sit on the bed with us, so don't come at us for baby safety. We keep him very safe and sound. Yeah, but currently this is what we do. So we are having the bed here until maybe his sleep schedule is a bit more stabilized. We know what's gonna happen before we get rid of the bed lah, and let him sleep here while we sleep normally in the room. And then you might be wondering the chair, what is it here for? So before the chair came in, we were carrying him, we were sitting on the bed, so we'll sit here, then we'll like feed him, right? Feed him, then after that you have to stand up. And because it's quite low, so it can get very tiring, so we decided to put a chair here. So now that when we carry him, we'll sit here and feed him, burp him, whatever not, which is much easier and it's better for the posture, I guess. And then put him back, and then we'll just KO on the bed. So yeah, I guess if you have a similar situation like us, having a 3-room, you are going to have a kid soon, hopefully this gives you some reference of like what to expect or what you can plan to come in the coming weeks or whatever not. So, and then because our dustbin, right, we don't have the rubbish chute in our house, we have to go all the way to the lift lobby there. So because of that, we have this diaper bin. This diaper bin can hold up to like maybe 10 full 2 diapers or so. So it's very useful because then you don't have to keep going out every diaper change and all. So it will consolidate. Usually every maybe 2 to 3 days, we will have to empty the bin. So yeah, if you don't have a rubbish chute at home, so you might consider getting a diaper bin, because I think that's useful. I mean, whether you want to get a high-tech one or the very low-tech one like ours, it's just very manual. It's really dependent on your budget. Cause we also got this diaper bin as a gift, so it's the brand Umi. I think my friends got it from Shopee. So this diaper bin, right, is odorless. So what happens is that you leave it open like that. So when you have a diaper, right, you throw it in, you turn it, so it will drop down. So it will drop down into the plastic bag below, and then when you open up, it makes sure that the smell doesn't come up lah. So basically that's that. So when you want to empty, should I open it? So okay, so anyway, if you're interested in this brand, you can go check it out how it works. But overall, it has been very useful. It has been keeping the odor in very well. Elliot has a few punamis that is quite explosive. For those, sometimes we will use plastic bag and just straight away throw them out because we don't want to risk it. But overall, his pee, his small poops, everything is tightly secured in this diaper bin that we have. Yeah. Okay, and then the other thing that we realized that it was super useful is a night light. So because you want to keep the room as dark as possible when it's nighttime, when you want the baby to sleep, but you also need to navigate around the room when you're changing a diaper and feeding him. So we actually got this from our friend. I'm not too sure where they got it from. Do you remember? Okay, yeah. So we got this lighting from our friend. It was supposed to be a decorative light, but we realized that we actually can use it for the purpose of the night light in Elliot's room. So it all worked out lah. So a night light is very important. Something that's bright enough to see in the middle of the night, but not too bright, so that it's too glaring for the baby as well. Okay, so we come to the end of the baby room tour. We hope this was useful. We hope this gives you some inspiration for you if you are looking to buy baby furniture. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us a DM. And if you want us to share with you, what kind of clothing, swaddles, bibs that we bought, whether they are good to do a review on it, let us know. Then we will do it in the next video lah. But if not, thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.